putting together your very first sewing kit, it's incredibly easy to feel overwhelmed by all the gadgets out there. In this video, I'll walk you through the essentials, broken down into categories so you know exactly what to look for. I'll also be covering useful extras in a future video, so keep an eye out for that. And if you'd like to pick up any of the tools I mentioned throughout this video, I've linked everything down in the description below. For now, let's focus on the essentials. Let's get started. First up, the tailor's tape measure. This is essential for taking body measurements, checking garment lengths, and working with patterns. For larger projects like curtains, a longer 3-metre tape can be really useful. Next, a patchwork ruler. This clear acrylic ruler helps you measure flat surfaces, square edges, and guide your cutting tools accurately. For curved areas, you'll want a French curve. This is perfect for shaping armholes, necklines, and smoothing out pattern adjustments. A pattern master is an all-in-one drafting tool. It allows you to draw straight lines, curves, and seam allowances without switching tools constantly. A sewing gauge is small but incredibly useful. It's perfect for measuring hems and seam allowances, spacing buttons, and it even doubles up as a point turner. And finally, a metre ruler. Ideal for longer measurements and drawing straight lines, especially useful for drafting. A mechanical pencil is perfect for fine, precise lines, especially when drafting patterns. And of course, a rubber to cleanly remove those markings when needed. Tailor's chalk is one of the most essential marking tools. It creates visible guidelines that can be brushed away easily. For more precision, chalk pencils give you finer, more controlled lines, ideal for details like darts. For transferring pattern markings, carbon paper and a tracing wheel are incredibly useful. They allow you to copy details like darts and notches directly onto your fabric. And finally, vanishing pens. These are great for temporary markings that disappear with air, water, or heat, depending on the type. Start with paper scissors, used exclusively for cutting patterns and templates. Fabric scissors. Your fabric scissors are designed specifically for cutting fabric cleanly and accurately. These should only ever be used on fabric. For speed and precision, a rotary cutter is a game changer. It's perfect for straight lines, multiple layers, and tricky fabrics. A cutting mat protects your surface and gives you a stable base when using a rotary cutter. For finer work, embroidery scissors are ideal for trimming threads and detailed cutting. Pinking shears help reduce fraying and can add a decorative edge. And finally, the seam ripper, small but essential for fixing mistakes and opening buttonholes. Dressmaker's pins hold your fabric layers in place before sewing. Glass head pins are easier to see and won't melt if you accidentally iron over them. Use a pin cushion or a pin magnet to keep your pins organised and easy to grab. Clips are a great alternative for thick fabrics or materials like leather where pins would leave holes. At the heart of it all is your sewing machine. This is what stitches everything together. Bobbins provide the lower thread and work with the top thread to form your stitches. Sewing machine needles. Using the right needle is crucial. Different fabrics require different types to avoid damage. Zigzag foot. Your everyday all-purpose foot for most stitches. Zip foot. Allows you to sew closely along zips and piping. Buttonhole foot, used to create consistent buttonholes. Invisible zip foot, gathering foot, and walking foot. These are optional extras that help with more specialised techniques like concealed zips, gathering, and sewing multiple layers evenly. Hand sewing needles, essential for finishing touches like hems and buttons. And a thimble helps protect your fingers when hand sewing thicker fabrics. A steam iron is essential for pressing seams, removing wrinkles, and shaping fabric as you work. An ironing board gives you the proper support for safe and effective pressing. A pressing cloth protects delicate fabrics from heat and prevents shine. And a tailor's ham helps you press curved areas like darts and sleeves properly. Small screwdriver, used for changing needles and making adjustments. Tweezers, perfect for removing threads and lint from tight spaces. Lint brush, used to clean dust and debris from inside your machine. And a soft cloth to keep the exterior clean and dust free. And there you have it, a breakdown of the essential tools you need to tackle any sewing project with confidence and precision. I'll also be going into some of these tools in much more detail in separate videos, so if you want to really build your skills and confidence, keep an eye out for those. For more sewing Bexpertise, I've linked helpful videos in the description below. Please don't forget to subscribe, and as always, happy sewing!